Hello, and welcome back to the United Way for your latest Manchester United news. Manchester United to bid for Yeny Loro, and Olise to Chelsea. Manchester United target. Let's talk a bit about that. Lots of other bits of transfer news. Another Manchester United player released today. He goes by the name of Brandon Williams. How's things, Richard Paul? Hope you're well. Hope all is well. Tell you what, I'm tired today. I don't know about anyone else is, but I'm very tired. But look, come on here, let's graph, let's talk about Manchester United. But look, I'm sure a few other people will join in. But obviously, Richard, you weren't here yesterday, but we had a good bit of spamming. So the people that are going to plan on spamming today, please don't waste your time because you'll just ban you. It's as simple as that. Or else I'll give Richard the pleasure to ban you. But look, never a dull day when it comes to Manchester United. News doesn't matter what day it is, what time it is, what you're doing, what sort of news it is. There's always news, and it's never a dull day when it comes to Manchester United. Obviously, we have Tarek, who says, "I wanted Olise." Well, we'll get stuck into Olise. Don't worry about that, pal. I see our question mark there, so I'm not sure what the plan is there. But just no spamming today because we had it yesterday, and I'm sure today will be a nice, smooth show as always. Fingers crossed. But again, if you are new, please do like the video and subscribe. We much appreciate it. And do follow our socials. We do have the links in the description, and the two main ones we use are on the edit under me, the Instagram and the Twitter, or the X, whatever you call it. I'll just call it Twitter because it sounds weird calling it X. So don't mind if I do. But to have one who has joined, please, I do appreciate I do appreciate you coming in and subscribe. It was a mistype. Sorry. No worries, Tarek, pal. You're all right. No worries. No need to panic. No need to panic. Again, we'll start off with the news. So Chelsea will meet with Michael Olise's representatives in the coming days to proactively conclude a deal. They are taking aggressive measures to ensure they beat Manchester United to a signature. Despite holding Michael Olise in high regard, a right winger doesn't rank as highly on Manchester United's priority list as some have alluded to. So look, it's a battle between Chelsea again. It's the battle of the two teams. Chelsea I don't know what their obsession is when it comes to players. Someone's interested in them. Oh, Manchester, a certain team looking for this player. Let's go look for that battle. It's the only thing Chelsea are going to win, really. They're not going to win anything else, let's be brutally honest with you. Richard says, I think we could get Olise, but he's not a priority. Yeah, exactly. He's not a priority, and that's our issue. But it's weird because he's not a priority, but we've been linked to him, which is weird. Like we've been linked to him more than that Yeny Loro that we'll be discussing fairly shortly. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea got him. But honestly, I thought he had enough players. Tarek says we shouldn't get Euro, we need experience. So we'll talk about Euro. And look, I do agree with you in that regard about the experience side of things. I would prefer a Tadibo or someone like that who's a bit more experienced. And, I feel like Euro is sort of a player that you have to gel into the squad. But we look at Tadibo, I feel like he could do a job alongside Martinez. And Martinez needs a partner. Like we have to. I'm sick of let's look at the future side of things. Look at the now. Let's sign some 16-year-old that we'll use in the next 6 years. But what's the point? But if you bring in Tadibo, it's a lot stronger. And look, Johnny Evans as well. Maybe could be staying for a further year. I have a bit of news about that, so we will discuss that as well. But again, like Michael Olise, look, I wouldn't have minded Olise. When we were linked to him, I was never turned off Olise at all. My only kind of worry was his injuries. And look, he is a very good player, Michael Olise. Look, I'm not surprised teams like Chelsea are also in for him. You may get a Liverpool who'd be in for him too, or whoever else. But I thought Chelsea had enough wingers. I thought he had enough wingers. Like, is Sterling not good enough? Is Mudryk not good enough? Is Madueke not good enough? No. I'm sure I'm missing someone else as well. But Richard says he needs someone like Varane beside me. Exactly, and I do think Tadibo would be a pair. Honestly, I do think Tadibo would be a perfect fit. Honestly, I really would. Tarek says Olise says a United fan. Hopefully, we get him. He's very good. Yeah, exactly. Like he is a good player, and hopefully the United. Hopefully, but then again, honestly, like back to talking about the manager again. Manchester United can't do anything until they know what's going on with Eric Ten Hag. Honestly, like, that's our issue. Look, I'm sure we could get him because he's a Manchester United fan, but like he, the manager, like what's like this Ten Hag thing's just going on and on and on. Like I said, if we're gonna sack him, sack him. If we're gonna keep him, keep him. Like it shouldn't have to take this long. It shouldn't have to take what, a week or two, probably longer. I mean, Ineos have been at Manchester United for a couple of months now. And we're still sort of scratching our heads, wondering what's going to happen with Eric Ten Hag, and this is the reason why we can't sign players yet. Richard says Olise is a United fan, and that's why I think Olise will wait. Well, hopefully, because I would like him, because Olise on the wing would be decent. I mean, he's a young player, has a bit of pace, good at set pieces as well. If you need a free kick, he's your man. To be fair, I know we have Bruno and maybe Rashford, but Olise is also good at them. So maybe that as well. Bit of pace, bit of flair. You could be a good show for Manchester United, and I would like him at the club. Tariq, am I saying your name right, pal? If I'm not, let me know. He says, "Don't forget, we still need a striker and a midfielder." Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, we did. Like I yes, the show. If I had to rank a sign it, don't know what happened there. Laptop playing games with me. But again, we definitely do. We definitely do. Tarek says we need to resolve the managerial situation ASAP. It's just getting boring, honestly. If you're going to sack him, just sack him so we can get over it. Exactly. Like, look, I want him to stay, but like, it is getting to that stage where just like if you're going to get rid of him, get rid of him. Don't don't keep delaying it, prolonging it, whatever saying you want to use, because it's pissing everyone off. Just sorry about that. Just checking if the stream was running smoothly. But yeah, again, exactly, and this is the thing. Like you look at Ineos, Jeremy Ratcliffe is supposedly Manchester United fan, all that malarkey, but hurry up! Like honestly, it's honestly just getting ridiculous. Because if they're going to keep prolonging it, like it will get to a stage where it'll be too late. It'll be just too late. Where the decision will it'll happen too late. Like you're seeing on things. Uh, Supposedly was going to be an announcement today with Ten Hag, and then yesterday, and now tomorrow. Like honestly, and the people that are saying it, if they said that it was raining out, I'd have to look out the window because I just don't trust it. You can't trust many things on the internet these days. Tarek says, "I just want us to get on with the transfers." Same. But the delay is the manager. Like no player that we're linked with is gonna want to say, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to go to Manchester United." They won't, because they'll want to know what's going to happen with the manager first, and that's pretty much that. Ineos are looking like the Glazers. I mean, you're not the first person that I've seen or heard say that. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. Like, but then again, I seen another tweet earlier on. If it wasn't for Ineos, Ten Hag would have been gone a long time ago. The Glazers would have got rid of him. I don't know why still people keep thinking that. The Glazers are still here. If the Glazers want Ten Hag to go, they'll say it to Ineos, and then Ineos will probably dance to the Glazers tune. Like, I like what Ineos are doing. I like the people that they're bringing in. They got rid of a few as well. More to Arnold, so on and so forth. Brought in Barada, Jean-Claude Blanc, Jason Wilcox, Ashworth. I mean, probably on garden leave anyways, but still, not too bad there. But the decision side of things, like, this is probably the slowest they've taken. Like, honestly, it's the slowest they've taken. Like I do like what Ineos are doing. It's just this like just get it done. Like once this manager situation is done, well then we can all say right now we can look at players. Like now we can look at players. That's exactly what I want us to do at Manchester United. Yeah, I mean yeah. Richard says the only good thing about Ineos is they are not taking money out of the club. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But hopefully they can hurry up. Like honestly, hopefully they can hurry up. Tarek says we also need to resolve the Ashwood situation. Yeah, I mean, I think Newcastle are starting to play hardball there, aren't they? I think they are. Hello, all says Ryan. How's things, Ryan? Pal, hope you're well. Nice to have you in. Richard and Terry are welcoming you in. Fair play, lads. This is what I like to see. But yeah, like I know I keep coming on here every day and saying, "Oh, the manager situation," but like I know sometimes I don't really want to discuss it, but sometimes it's hard not to. Like this manager situation is getting a bit annoying because like every day you're waking up and honestly you're hoping you just see a decision. Like look, if Ten Hag gets sacked, I'll be gutted, but like I'm like right, the decision. Why could I have not made that decision a couple of weeks, a week or two ago? Like honestly, it's just. I honestly, I really I don't get the delay. Like honestly, if you like honestly, you just wouldn't. You cannot delay it anymore. Like other clubs would be done. Like let's look back at Chelsea, for example, who are looking at a target we're interested in, a target we're interested in, Olise. There is Chelsea. They sacked Poch, brought in a new manager, and now that's them. They're focusing on the summer transfer window, and then they can make decisions from there. And then the players that they're linked with are coming in. No, right, I'm going to be playing on this manager, so let's settle in. But with Ten Hag, we could sign a player now or tomorrow or whatever, and the player be coming in blind because he won't know who's going to be his manager next season. It's as simple as that. Honestly. Ryan says still the manager situation room was on. Ineos out. Ryan says hi, Richard and Tarek. Well done there, Ryan. Tarek says, do you rate Diomande from Sporting? Well, funny enough, it was mentioned yesterday on the chat. And hopefully that's certain person. Hold on. He was mentioned yesterday in the chat, actually, funny enough, Tarek. Yeah, like I do, but I would prefer Todibo. Like, if you give me options now, I'd like Todibo. I'd like Todibo. I always like Antonio Silva too, but again, I don't think we'll get him. But Todibo, if you give me options of Todibo, Antonio Silva, Diomande, Yeny Loro, Inacio, whatever, I'd probably still say Todibo. Honestly, I really would. I really would. Ryan says Friday that's the latest. There needs to be a decision. This is getting ridiculous by Ineos now. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's just going on for too long. Like we won the FA Cup 2 weeks ago, and we got told on the Thursday even that he was going to be sacked, and now we're on Wednesday, 5th of June, and we don't know what the hell is going on. Like you know what I mean? I've started driving a car since then. For fuck's sake, like honestly. Same says Tarek. Richard says, I would go and get Garassi from Stuttgart now. Good experience. Erasmus and cheap. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the people that have been actually following the channel have said that they like Garassi. And look, I wouldn't say no. I really wouldn't. Like, I look at the striker market, these days, and I don't really think there's many out there. Like, all right, Tony fares, but again, attitude and price is a worry. I can't sit here and say talk about Sancho's the way he agrees the way he acts when Tony probably wouldn't be the same. Sesko wouldn't mind him, but again, money side of things too. We were linked up, I think it was a summer or two ago. Maybe then. But Garassi, yeah, I mean maybe that'll have to be the bloke we go. Like I've seen that he finished second highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga this season, so that's good. Like obviously Harry Kane was number one, I think. So second was number 2. They'll get that. That's what someone commented yesterday in the chat. So that's someone else. Tarek says Todibo is very good. Also, the knee links should help. Exactly. Like Ineos, Nice. Hopefully that can happen because I would like him. Like I don't want to see any. I want to see a striker first, a centre back coming in first. I really do, and then move into the midfield and striker situation. Move into that, and then look at left backs, wingers, whatever. But the defender should be it. Let's just look at the defenders we have now, right? You have Leach, you have Johnny Evans, you have Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire and Campoale. Leach starts. Leach starting left centre back, should I say? Get him in there. He starts. Right centre back. You have Lindelof, you have Harry Maguire, you have Campoale and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans, fair play to him this season. Put in a shift in every single game. Didn't put a foot wrong in the games he's played this season. But again, he hasn't got the legs, and as much as he's done well for us this season, he's not going to get us back to winning trophies again. He can't. It's a short term solution. That's what it is. It's not. It's short term. It's a year at least. Lindelof. Look, I like Lindelof, but I don't know how I feel about him. Maguire. Again, I'd sell Maguire and let Evans go. And Lindelof, whether we keep him or not, I probably lean towards say we probably get rid of him. But again, don't listen to me. Let me just go back up there. Ron says, yeah, Richard, I agree. Grass looks like a gem. We spoke yesterday about this on the stream. Oh, yeah, exactly. Richard says, this morning there were reports that we were going to get Glacier and Bremer from Juventus. I've seen something like that, Richard. You're not wrong when you say that. I have seen something like that. We have been linked with him a few times as well. So again, that's another defender that we're linked with. Obviously, Adebayo, who me and you were talking about last week, Richard, gone to Chelsea now, I think, which is a bit of a shame. Because that was a free backup there when you look at it. I would have liked that. But Bremer, again, I'm still leaning towards Todibo, but again, obviously we can't just look at Todibo in case that doesn't work out. We have to look onwards as well, just in case, because sometimes it's forced choice signing that we look for, we never get it. So yeah. Tariq says, I wish we get Isak, but he's also young. How much is he worth? I'd say he's probably worth a lot of money. I'm going to say 70 or 80 plus, honestly. I don't think he'd be cheap. I don't think he'd be cheap at all. Exactly, Ryan. He would be too pricey. Richard says, don't think we'll get Isak, Tariq, especially after Dan Ashworth. Yeah, that's a fair point. Ryan says Todibo would be a good boy. Yeah, definitely. If you get Todibo, and then again midfielder, I'm stuck. I'd love Amadou Onana from Juventus, from Everton, as to come in as a midfielder. I really would. Some people saying Fafana too. He plays from Monaco, I think it is. Who else is there in there? We should move Evans on. We definitely should. Richard says Johnny needs to be doing coaching, not playing every week. Exactly, because he's not going to have the legs. Honestly, he says for another season, he's only going to be probably not even on the bench. But then that worries you. If we're planning on keeping Evans, then what's going to happen with the defenders? Are we going to actually bring one in? Evans is in discussions over a new contract, though, according to Fabrizio. Absolutely shocking. Ineos or Glazers 2.0. Exactly like I said, if we're planning on keeping Johnny Evans, what the hell? What the hell are we going to? What's the defenders? What's the plan with the defenders? Then are we going to bring anyone in? Honestly, you have Maguire, Lindelof. Keep one of them. Let Evans go. I have Campoale too. You can't forget. Tarek says Lindelof, Maguire, McTominay need to go for us to progress. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Richard says I would keep Johnny as a coach. You look at Phil Jones actually when he left us. Look what he's doing. With the D team, his experience is helping massively there. Definitely should be kept as a coach because he does have the experience. But again, I feel like Johnny Evans wouldn't be that kind of bloke. He just maybe play another season and then hang up the boots. Richards, Ryan says, a great Tarek. Yes, but this contract is a player. The new contract. Okay. Yes, but the new contract this contract is a new contract. I think I'm saying that right. Anyways, Richard says Todibo would be my main choice. Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Let me just go down. Tarek says we don't need another Onana. Yeah, I feel like some of us are still having a bit of is it PTSD or whatever like that about Andre Onana. So yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure people would be a bit scared, but look, I wouldn't mind Amadou Onana. Just once he doesn't, if you do bring him in, just once he doesn't have a start like Andre Onana. I know it's two different positions, but still. But again, the midfield sort of options, it's not, you're not really getting a lot. Like last season, you had like Mount and all them sorts of players coming up. Frankie De Jong was even there last season, but we're never going to get him. It's just as simple as that. Tarek says, yeah, you should have group PTSD, especially Galatasaray. Oh God, yeah, yes. Even remember Bayern, for fuck's sake, when we played them in the first game. Yeah, we collapsed massively in that group, didn't we? We collapsed in that group. Like honestly, that period in the Champions League was a nightmare. Honestly, depressing times that was. Ryan says, yes, we don't need Evans to move forward and win trophies. Richard. Look, I want to discuss Yeny Loro because, look, we spoke a bit about Olise, all that sort of stuff. So, according to Marca, which I presume is maybe a French, Spanish, whatever you want to call it, news journalist or whatever you want to call it. So supposedly have said Manchester United will make an offer close to €60 million for Euro. Real Madrid have told Yeny Loro to wait and resist big offers. The club still wants to sign him and contacts are still ongoing. Now again, another bit of news that supposedly Manchester United have put an offer on the table of around £51 million for Yeny Loro. So Yeny Loro, 18 years of age, I think he is, plays for Lille, French league, all that sort of stuff. But the fact that you're gonna pay that amount of money for an 18-year-old, where we could get Todibo for maybe a little bit cheaper, depending on what we're playing with. I just wouldn't be. I don't know. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad defender, but for the money you're going to pay for an 18-year-old or whatever, he's definitely in his teens anyways. I don't really. It just doesn't excite me. And the fact that Real Madrid have told him to wait and resist bigger offers. If Real Madrid aren't in a rush to sign him, well, then should we be looking at this guy? Like, I know Real Madrid have, strikers falling out of their ears, midfielders and defenders, but the fact that they're telling them to, wait and resist big offers, that gives you a bit of a that sort of gets you thinking as well. Tarek says, did you see Josie got the Fenerbahce job and only got the Besiktas? I've seen that actually, yeah. I tell you what, the Turkish league has gotten very exciting for next season, hasn't it? I did see that. That's mental. Like, honestly, that is mental. Two former Manchester United managers managing in the same league again in Turkey. I tell you what, that's going to be something else. Fred plays for Fenerbahce, doesn't he? Fred plays for Fenerbahce. Do any former Manchester United players play for Besiktas? I don't think so. Could be wrong. I feel like a goal. I guess I'm feeling that like one of our goalkeepers play for. Does one of our goalkeepers play? Former goalkeepers would ever play for them? I could be totally wrong. But that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, look, I love Dolly. But unfortunately, just things didn't work out in the end. Yeah. Tarek says Zaha. I got a Tassaroy. Yeah, Zaha too. Yeah. Rod says I heard of this guy. If I'm honest, obviously I'm sure he's talking about Yeny Loro. Which I've only heard of him. First I've heard of him was Thursday. Boy in there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's something. But do any former Manchester United players play for Besiktas now? I don't think so. But look, Yeny Loro, how we feeling? Like, like £51 million. It's a bit much, isn't it? It's a bit much for an 18-year-old who you'd have to gel into the team. Like, you would. It's not going to be like a Taribo if you brought him in where you can just play him and he'll sort himself out. I wouldn't. I don't know. I just don't get the. I just don't feel the vibe. Like, there's vibes you can feel, and that's just not a vibe I feel. It really, really isn't, because I feel like if we're gonna bring him in for that amount of money, well, then we can't get rid of any of our defenders. So we can't, because I just don't have a bit. I know he's 18. I'm not trying to. I'm not hating on the lad, but it's more that just feels like to me where, like, I just don't get. I just don't get it out. I just don't get it. Don't know where I was going with that one there. It is a bit agitating though. It is a bit agitating where you could just bring in Tadibo. Like, it's there. It's in the pudding. But again, if you are new, please do like the video and subscribe. You're much appreciated. If you can like the video and subscribe, I'd really, really massively appreciate it. Ryan says, I just can't justify paying that amount for him. Yeah, it makes no sense. Tarek says, does the new UCL format also carry out in the Europa League? No, I don't think so. I just think it's the Champions League. Is it? Is it? Does it carry out? Because I know the UCL. I mean, look, we're not in the Champions League. We just thought we'd give other teams a chance. To compete this year. Sneeze also carry on the Europa League. I mean, look, if it is, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, you're asking the question. Obviously, I'll tell you what, because I did see this new. Is it this season? Is it this summer? This season that they're bringing in? Obviously, it is, because it's 2024-25. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I think so. I think so. Right, I'll have a look here actually. But I think it's a league format. The Champions League, it's its own sort of thing. The Champions League is just, that's the new format. But the Europa League or whatever hasn't got anything to do with the Champions League at all. But yeah. No, the Europa League will be a league format this year. Tarek says, do you like the new format? I'll be honest with you. I'll be brutally blunt. I don't know why they just didn't keep it. All right, here we go. Right, Grant. Here's our answer, right? Because I'm clueless. So, will the Europa League and Europa Conference League formats change from the 2024-25 season too? So it is, yes, similar format changes will also be applied to the UEFA Europa League. 8 matches and therefore 8 different opponents in the league phase. And the UEFA Conference League, which will be called the UEFA Conference League as of 2024-25. Okay. 6 matches and therefore 6 different opponents in the league phase with both competitions also featuring 36 teams in the league phase. The Champions League and Europa League matches will be played between September and January, while the Europa Conference League matches will be played between September and December. So the Champions League and the Europa League start in September. In Sanders weeks, Champions League matches will be played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Obviously, the Europa League Conference League matches will be contested on Thursdays as well. So basically, it's just going to be but can you get relegated? Can you get relegated? Like, is there a chance that we can get relegated or some shit like that to the Conference League? Because I don't want to play in the Conference League. And I don't think we will. So 8 matches. So there's 8 matches. So usually just 6 matches in a group, isn't there? 6 matches played. 6 matches played. But we can't. So basically, if you finish rock bottom, you can't go down. Like, you can't go down. You can't go down. So if we finish at bottom, we can't go down. So that's all right. Because I don't think Sevilla are the Europa League this year, because them bastards always seem to win it, don't they? And you know what's funny? The only year Manchester United in the Europa League, it's not in Dublin. Last year, the Europa League competition just gone. Last year was in Dublin. Oh, loving Manchester United to be in a final in Dublin. Fuck's sake. I would have went to it too. I would tell you what, I would have saw my arm and my leg and my head just to watch that match in Dublin. Tarek says, do you like Eze? Yeah. Eze is a decent player as well, just like Olise. Royce says, I do like how the UCL teams that don't make it won't be dropping down to Europa League, gives us more chance to win it. Yeah, exactly. Tarek says, as a Bruno replacement, if he goes, because I'm starting to get a bit worried. Look, I'm going to say here with confidence with my chest out. Haven't really got much of a chest, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't think Bruno will be gone. That's just me. I don't think Bruno will be gone, honestly. I don't think he'll be gone. I think we're cool with Bruno. I think Bruno is in safe hands at Manchester United. I like to think that. I mean, I think he won't be gone, but again, you really don't know what to expect, because Manchester United over the last couple of weeks, a lot of news you probably wouldn't expect. But if Bruno does go, if we let him go with at least fighting to keep him, honestly, Bruno is a brilliant player, top player for Manchester United. Some would say best signing post Fergie. But if we sell him, I mean, you said there 90 mil minimum. I want 100 mil more. I tell you what, I'd make it difficult for the other, whichever club wants him. Honestly, I'd make it difficult. I would, because teams make it difficult for us. Why we should make it difficult for them? If they offer 90 mil for Bruno, I'd say still in contract. I think Bruno's contract ends in 2026, 2027. Still in contract. You know, he's a crucial player for the club. You know, we're going to have to spend a lot to replace him. I want 100 and more million. But then if teams offer 100 million minimum, well then, yeah, Bruno's going to, Manchester United are going to see that deal. Bruno's going to see that and be like, I'm off. You know, whatever, however they say goodbye in, you know, Saudi, in the Saudi league or whatever team offers them. You know, honestly, I really don't see the whole point there. Richard says it's ridiculous that Anthony is getting paid more than Bruno. Whoa, I didn't know that. Was he actually? Fuck off. No, he's not. Nah. Richard, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Anthony wage. How much was Anthony paid per week? 200 grand a week? Holy shit. Bruno Fernandes. I don't think it says he gets 240 grand a week. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes wages. Boom, 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 boom. Tarek says I'm gonna have to go. No worries, Tariq. Appreciate having you in, pal. I'm sure we'll see you again tomorrow. But thanks for hopping by, lad, and I appreciate it as always. Ron says, "Izzy Richard Bruno was on 240,000 a week." I wanna look this. I wanna look this one up. I wanna look this up. Yeah, just look into this because the fact is, if that's true, I tell you what. Right, so Anthony gets 200 grand a week. Bruno gets 240 grand a week. So Bruno earns 40 grand more than Bruno. Bruno earns more than him. Sorry, what am I smoking? Casemiro gets paid 350 grand a week. Fucking hell. And Rashford gets 300 grand a week. Martial gets more than Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount. Holy shit. No wonder why Bruno wants more money. I fucking want more money if Mason Mount and Martial was getting more than me. Garnacho actually gets only a little 50 grand a week. Manu, what's Manu get? 20. Oh, man, poor Manu. What a god, what a bloke. What a bloke. Richard says, do you think Anthony should be that close to Bruno? No. No, it's honestly ridiculous that he's that close. And the fact that Rashford is getting more than him and Casemiro and Martial, he's obviously not, he's gone now. And, you know, it's honestly ridiculous, honestly. Like, Bruno was a top player for Manchester United. Like, say what you want about him, but I rate him. He's rated high in my books. Good evening, Jen says, mate. Good evening, my friend. 11 off the big 1K. We're getting close. We're getting close here. And yeah, please do like, share, and subscribe if you aren't. It'll be much, much appreciated. We're getting there. We are getting there. Like I said, we'll be there and all before we know it. We'll be there and all before we know it. And then, look, if we reach there, we could all come on and have a big party. What are you saying? Have a big party. But yeah, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that Anthony wasn't that far from. Do we cover? No, we haven't covered an SEO yet. And funny enough, when you say that, I literally have the news here in front of me. So Manchester United are preparing a proposal. Manchester United are preparing a proposal that will reach a £51 million for Goncalo and SEO. Man United will negotiate with Sporting so the fee can be paid in installments over time. Exploratory contacts are ongoing. The offer will be submitted in the coming days. So that is a bit of news there for Manchester United. And SEO Sporting, look, he's not a bad defender. I'm not a bad defender. And SEO's not a bad defender, sorry, shall I say. Richard says, if you can subscribe twice, I could subscribe again. Well, thanks very much, Richard. I appreciate that, pal. I appreciate it. Really, really do. I mean, look, yeah, it would be handy. It would be a handy old thing YouTube could add to. But look, I suppose this is how YouTube likes to torture us all. But look, Anasio, what are we saying? £51 million. You know, supposedly Manchester United are preparing a proposal that will reach £51 million for Gonzalo Anasio. What are we saying? I prefer him more than Yeny Loro. Like, honestly, I prefer. I mean, look, I'll have a look, you know, about this Anasio guy. Obviously, I know he plays for Sporting. I'm going to guess his age and say he's probably 23 or 24, is he? Watch him now, he'll be 35. Watch him. He's 22, so I wasn't that far from it. Oh, what did I say? 23, 24? His contract expires in 2027. He can play left back as well if you need it. He can play left back as well. Look, Anasio, look, if you had to decide between Anasio and Goncalo, I'd want them. But again, I don't know what's going on with this show today. But again, I don't know. I really, really don't know what to make of it all. Again, Anasio, he's not a bad defender, but yeah, no, I don't know what the hell to don't know what to make of it. Like out there, yeah, I think I'm all right now. I don't know what the hell is going on today. It's just one of them days where fucking everything just goes wrong. May says I've been a bit under the weather, but I'll be making a comeback soon. You take our time. You take our time. Come back when you're bigger, better, and stronger. Richard Ryan already says again someone I'm familiar with, so I'm not too sure. Again, look, if I put a poll in the chat or whatever. But again, I don't know. I don't know. I really, really don't know. To be really blunt with you, like it's Tadibo for me. Emma says I like Euro, but if we are in for him, we're not winning that race. Emma says what? I don't know what's going on there. Richard says just subscribed again. Use another idea. Well, thanks, Richard. Look, I mean, I appreciate that. I really, really do. Idea says. Players, I want Thomas Tuchel, Ederson. Again, you said that yesterday, and Tuchel, no. Ederson, yeah. Felix, not really a fan. Todibo, yes. Benzema, never going to get him. Olise, I'd like him. Antonio Silva, I'd like him too. But, yeah, exactly. He topped yesterday. May says, top man, Richard. May says, he's bankrolling that, mate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, we're never getting all of them anyways. We're never getting all of them anyways. Ryan says this is the exact same comment as someone else put yesterday. It was under a different name. Dear, I thought it was still Adib. I didn't know that. I thought it was still Adib. It's probably just a comment that I'm maybe just thinking that. But you can't. It must be copied and paste. Copied and paste. But yeah, we're never getting them. And again, no spamming. We haven't had it yet. So if we can keep it like that to anyone new, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah. Yeah, look, I'm going to ask people this now, and I just want you to put in one word. One defender. Which defender would you like Manchester United to sign this summer? And then I'm going to say the same for midfield and striker. So give me a player you'd sign in defence, midfield, and striker. And it has to be realistic. Realistic only. No, any of these mad names like Benzema. Yeah. Yeah. It was like the video, lads. Yeah, please do like the video. Like. It's free. Trust me, it doesn't affect your bank account, and it's the same for when you subscribe and share around too. Richard says Todibo. Okay, Guirassy. Todibo and Guirassy are the ones for Richard. I'd like Todibo. And yeah, I wouldn't mind Sesko, but again, Guirassy, again, I'm not saying no to Sesko or Guirassy. Grassi has height. He's young, but then when you're getting told that he's the second top goal scorer in the Bundesliga this season behind Harry Kane, that tells you that he's actually a good striker. And we look, the striker market is not as quality. I wouldn't say it's not as quality, but you can still go out and buy a striker, but you're spending a lot of dough. Like, we can't afford Isak, Osimhen, you name it. You name a striker, but Todibo and Guirassy, I wouldn't mind. I actually wouldn't mind. Then I'm struggling with midfield, like Richard says, Joao Felix. So yeah. Ryan says I agree with Todibo and Guirassy. Look, they're too good. They're too good signings that I wouldn't mind just making. Amel says if we're being realistic, we're going to have one marquee signing. He's probably a CDM, Todibo, and with our shoestring budget, probably well back on a free. Oh, for fuck's sake! Please no, please no. So I remember, was it 2 summers ago we were linked to Arnautovic? I thought that fella was about 50 now or something like that. Arnautovic. So Guirassy is 28 years of age. 20 years of age. Hermes says, hey, we can do a lot worse than Danny Welbeck. Oh, God. Please no. Please no. I like Danny Welbeck when he played for his first time because he's a bit younger, a bit quicker, a bit stronger, a bit better. Not again, thank you very much. You know what? You say it, but I wouldn't be surprised. And Guirassy's contract expires in 2026, so 2 years left on his contract at Stuttgart. He signed for them in 2023, so he's actually not there long. Only there a year when you look at it. But the shoestring one is getting to me. Ryan says also if we can sell a few, that'll free up more of a budget though. Well, hopefully we can. Like I said, there's money there for Sancho, Greenwood, Casemiro, you name it really. Whether we get rid of Maguire, Lindelof is yet to be decided. Richard says bring back Weghorst. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, bring back Igalo. Come on, Igalo. Come on, the son. Cavani. Give it to Eddie Cavani. I'm not going to keep singing because I don't subscribe 10 times then if I start singing. But yeah, Cavani, bring on back. Come on, the son. Yeah, so exactly. He's distracting us, isn't he? Ryan, tell him. Yeah, no, but bring back Cavani. Yeah, Cavani. Bring back Eric Boye too. We need a defender. And bring back Matic and Mata. I'll tell you what, the boys are back in town. They're getting the band back together. Oh God, the fact that we've actually had Weghorst is he actually did play for us at one stage. It's just mad. Amaya says Sancho's not getting sold because of retarded wages. Until we have a centre back, we can't let Laurel and Hardy, Vic and everything. Where did you get the nicknames from, Amaya? Honestly, where did you get them from? But yeah, there actually was a bit of news about his wages. He literally there because it literally said his wages are too expensive. He gets a lot of dough. He doesn't deserve to get a lot of dough. He doesn't fucking. If he's getting loads of money a week with him, we all deserve a lot of money a week. So, but yeah, we can't let Laurel and Hardy go until that's it. New nickname for Maguire and Lindelof, Vic and Harry. What the fuck? Laurel and Hardy. Richard says seemingly Ineos will be using the majority of player sales money to do with Carrington. Yeah, look, we'll have a lovely new and improved training ground with no players to put on it. Lovely new training ground, top of the pops, up there with the best, and we'll have no players to put on it. Only Johnny Evans, who will be probably on a walking stick. Some striker we've never heard before who scored about 3 goals last. He scored 3 goals last season, and that was only because he got a hat trick. Honestly, it is funny. It really is funny when you look at it. It really is. Honestly, Ryan says, in the process, the product on the pitch fits exactly. Richard, Emmaus says my battery's about to die, both phone and my head. Well, no worries. No worries. It's funny. Thank you very much, Emma. Good night, man. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Talk to you all tomorrow. But look, I mean, I feel like it's like every time I go to hop off, Emma goes. So it's like good minds think alike, isn't it? When it's like, I don't know what's going on there. But look, we are going to hit the road once again. Another good show. Thanks everyone who liked the video, who popped in, commented, and subscribed as well. You're all a bunch of legends. Appreciate you all. Back live again tomorrow, same time, same place, all that sort of stuff. And look, all I can say is, let's hope we find out what's going to happen with Ten Hag soon, and hopefully hopefully we can actually sign players very quick. But again, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.